Hi everybody, welcome to Random Thoughts. Today is a Telling Myself day. The topic is why wait, or learning from my mistakes. Alright, so what are we talking about here? Well, procrastination. Alright, now I'm really good at it, really good at it. It's kind of a science in my own head. I have learned how to use my logic to justify never accomplishing anything more than what it takes to pretty much just sustain myself day to day. And the reason I know that it's a lie is because I started going back to school. Now, bear with me. We'll get to the point quickly. I put myself in a situation that added an additional responsibility that from the onset I was completely overwhelmed with. I was like, there's no way that I'm ever going to be able to pull this off. And to make matters worse, life got more complicated. And I had already committed, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But the necessity of being the mother of invention. So bear with me. And I think maybe I might be able to help you find that little push that you might need to step out and do that thing that you know that you should be involved in. That whatever it is, if it is a movement, if it's a new job, a new responsibility, something involved in ministry, in politics, being involved, community organizing, whatever it is that you feel like that you are being drawn to, I'm here to encourage you that it's time to do it. Why wait? Nothing is going to change in your life. Now, if your life is anything like mine, it is extremely repetitive. It is wash, rinse, repeat. The same thing every day, which it's better than the alternative. Yeah, I'm more than happy to live through the repetitive nature of life compared to what my other option is. But I believe we get complacent in this kind of activity, and work expands to fit time. Now that's an idea, and anybody that's ever been evaluated or had anybody come and check efficiency at your business, it's a concept that they talk about, which is if you have work in front of you that legitimately can be done in 6 hours, but you have 8 hours to do it, that will expand to 8 hours. You will create things, or just by dawdling, wasting time, whatever, that work will expand to fit the amount of time allotted to complete that task. My challenge is to you is that maybe you're not as busy as you think. Maybe there's things in your life that you have given time to that really are not moving you towards the result that you really want in your life. You do have to, I'm almost 50 years old, you do have to accept that we're mortal. There's a limited amount of time that we have on this earth. And I find myself not necessarily regretting, but evaluating things that I've done in the past and my timing. I've done things out of order. I did things that I really should have done when I was a young man, but I waited until I was older, and then circumstances didn't allow me to really reap the reward of that because it was different. I wasn't the same person anymore. My body wasn't the same. My body wouldn't, I realized that I had problems that I didn't have when I was 20 years old. And so I want to encourage you to not wait, and to not look at it as well, when this happens, when all my ducks get in a row, when everything is flipping perfect in my life, then I will take time out to do this thing that I know that I'm supposed to do. Well, then time never happens. You're never going to find that time. You have to make that time. And so I encourage you, as I have done, I must say, kind of the proof's in the pudding. If you know me, you know that I'm very much an on-task kind of person, but I'm only on task with just the basic things that's necessary to sustain this life. And I propose that we are more than that. And I propose that we're meant for more than that. And that if we would take the time and reevaluate our situation, reevaluate what we spend our time doing. I'm not saying stop, do it, but maybe there needs to be a little bit more moderation. Maybe we're spending too much time focused in one area of our life when we really need to be putting time over someplace else. And we look at it and there's no, okay, listen, you don't need a crazy formula. You don't need a new app. You don't need to add anything else to your life other than to sit down with a piece of paper and a pencil and honestly look at your day and what am I spending my time doing? What time do I get up in the morning? What time do I go to work? What time do I get home? And then what do I actually do? I hate to say, if you're anything like I was, you're gonna be shocked, and in such a almost embarrassing way, because you will realize that, as I did, I waste a lot of time. I spend a lot of time doing stuff that is not advancing anything. It's not getting me one step closer to who I really want to be, or what I really feel like I need to be done. And in this world, people need to be who we are meant to be. Everyone has, and when I'm not trying to get too metaphysical here, but everyone has something that they're good at. Everyone has something that they feel like that they could do it for the rest of their life. They're good at it. They feel comfortable in it. And it fills that thing that we need as humans. I challenge you to do that thing. I challenge you to take the steps necessary. And it honestly doesn't matter how long it takes, because the journey is the point. It's not the destination that's the point. It is the journey. And challenge yourself to do more.